So you want to prove yourself, okay? I know for me, I don't have anything to prove anybody but me. So I do me. I do how I want to do it, and if you don't like it, honey, I don't know what to tell you, but I know I'm bringing my best, so I don't worry about what people have to say in this part of my life. But we're not, none of us perfect. Anyhow, so you say you want to go on this job, you want to prove yourself because hey, maybe you know that you weren't up to par. Maybe you know that you got a little lack of confidence and you messed up somewhere along the way. And now you know that you're being scrutinized and that you're being looked at, and you want to prove them wrong. So there's some things that you can do to up your appearance to everyone else if this is your path. So first of all, I don't know where other people have been, but being on time is late, honey. Being early is being on time. Early, early, early. If your job starts at 8 o'clock, honey, that means you are starting the job at 8. You're not walking in at 8. You need to be getting yourself together, getting accustomed, putting your stuff down, taking care of your coffee business, taking care of your, whatever. If you got to go to the bathroom and take that hair down and get it ready because you want to sweat it out in the humidity or whatever it is, all that's happening before the shift starts. And you need to be ready to go before at the 8 or whenever it is your shift starts, 4 p.m., 8, whatever it is. Not starting all that on the time that you're supposed to be there. That just shows that you are conscientious about your work, and that somebody can approach you at 8:05 or 8:10 and you're not all discombobulated. You got yourself together. Okay, now everybody can't have a perfect day, but if you set the expectation of, oh, she's always here by now, it's 7:50, she's usually rolling in around this time, oh, she'll be here, oh, just give her a moment, she's going to be here, and then all of a sudden you have to come at 8:30 or 8:45 because something happened, they know that that's not your style. But if you come at 8:05, 7:55, 8:10, 6:50, all these different things, then they can't, depend on you. You're showing inconsistency, which means that they cannot trust you. So if you are trying to prove yourself, and again, you don't have to care about nobody as long as you're doing your job, but if you are trying to prove yourself, these are some things that you can do. All right, so you want to also turn in quality work on time or ahead of time if you can. Again, being early, being making sure that they see that you are eager. But again, high quality work. Making sure that you back up everything that you said. Make sure you have multiple options for what you've done. Just thinking ahead and making sure that it is something that they can present to others and you can put your name behind it and you have no doubt about what you presented out there. Putting your best foot forward at all times. I know a lot of us were raised where we already been trained that we had to be better to get as half as far. 10 times is better to get half as far. That's sad. And it shouldn't be that. You should be able to go to work and be 99%, 100% and that be fine. 90% and it be fine. But if we 90%, 95%, that's like failing. They're waiting for you to not be 100. And nobody, almost nobody is really 100 all the time. But they're waiting for you not to be 100 so they can jump on that. So if you try and prove yourself, you know that you got to be 110 95% of the time. And then every now and then you might want to get a little breather where you can go down to 100 and 99. And that's sad, but this is what you want, so I'm just telling you the truth. So that means, volunteering for extra projects. That means staying after and having post discussions with your manager. That means setting up one-on-ones with people in your department and above your area into management, and seeking out extra advice. I mean, these are beyond. These are things you're doing beyond if you want to prove yourself. You put yourself on the calendar of the president and CEO. You communicate and you get to know all the custodians and the cafeteria workers and get to know them by name and make sure that you are treating them with just as much respect as your boss. These are things you do. You're going above and beyond. That really should be normal. But I'm talking about really getting to know people, not just, hey, Susie, and keep going, but like really putting yourself in there and making yourself known throughout the company and putting yourself out there to be recognized if you want to prove yourself. And volunteering, this goes beyond just, what you can do for money. You want to show them what you would do if it was free. Okay, holidays are coming, or it's a giving season, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to organize something. I'm going to put together this just drive. I'm going to ask for permission to sponsor this company. These are things you're doing that are going above and beyond, but you're showing your altruism, as they want to say, and showing that you are a full, well-rounded person who cares about the community. These are the type of things you can do if you are trying to prove yourself. And these are the type of things that some people naturally have within them, and they would do it no matter what. Now, this is people who really love their job. They're going to do this stuff no matter what. I think I mentioned the Sunshine Committee on one video, and you might not know what a Sunshine Committee is. A Sunshine Committee is basically like a committee of people who collect money from people in a situation. For me, it was at an elementary school that I worked at, or a middle school you worked at. If everyone who donated to the Sunshine Committee $10 a year, so maybe it was 100 staff members or something like that, so now you have $1,000. If somebody has a family member who died, then they would get a flower. If somebody had a baby, then that person would get a flower and a card. If somebody was sick, they would get a card. If you were on this Sunshine Committee, part of that donation, then you would get like the upper level type of gift for helping out that pot of money. And if you weren't part of the Sunshine Committee, I think if you had a personal life event, they would still send you a card, but maybe not, a flower, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a committee that collects money to do nice things for the staff. And so just being part of these things and just being involved, and again, being known and treating everybody with respect, and just not going in there so tunnel vision, and I'm going to do work and I'm leaving. That is not how you're going to prove yourself by zoom, zoom. No, it's not. And, some people might call it a little bit of kissing up, a little brown nosing, a little sucking up. Some of it may be involved in that. Like for me, I'm not into that. I will do these things naturally because I wanted to. But if there's something that you're trying to achieve, sometimes you have to play that act and do that role until it becomes natural. And eventually you want to be in a position where you're not proving yourself and you're doing these things because you really truly care and you like the company you work for and you want to give your all. But in a situation where you're trying to see it through and you feel like you're not being seen for who you really are, these are some steps you can take to try to show who you really are. So I hope that helps. And then if you have any other ways that you can try to prove yourself, if you have created some doubt, leave them in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.